You need to lay down. You okay? What's wrong? Hey, Nikki.
Hey. Can you
Hey.
Finally I can make it for a call. It's raining here, so Macy's game got canceled tonight. So
Okay.
I'm here.
Well, that worked.
Yeah.
I have the dog next to me because he was not monitored, and usually he's sleeping. So this should be interesting. So, all right. Well, I was gonna wait one more minute and see if anyone else jumped on.
Okay.
Nobody told me that they wouldn't be able to make it, so I'm not sure if. I know last week people were having trouble getting on, like clicking the link. So I'm not sure if that you seem to have gotten on just fine. So
Yeah, this is my first week getting on, but it was super easy.
yeah, last week people couldn't. The link wasn't working for some reason. I didn't know that till after the fact. So, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just start, and then whoever joins or whoever watches the replay, you know the drill. You can fast forward a few minutes, and that is where the meat of the conversation will start. This is our fourth week, our fourth phone call that we are in right now, and it's really exciting. We are going to be doing one more phone call next week for the fifth and final week, and you will have one more check-in after this week. So week 5, that's when you will have your last check-in. And you will then be repeating your workouts starting with week 1 next week. I know a lot of you in the beginning of this challenge, in your very first check-in that you sent me, you said that you had the realization that you weren't in the shape that you thought you were in, or you realized that you just weren't in shape at all and the workouts were really hard for you. So going into the 5th week is really exciting because you get to go back to the week 1 workouts and you get to see how far you have come in doing those workouts and seeing the strength that you have built, the endurance that you have built. So that is why you will be repeating it. It's really exciting to see how far you have come over the past few weeks because of the hard work that you have been putting in. So that is that note. You have your week 4 check-in this week on Thursday and Friday. Those are due to me by 10 a.m. Eastern time Friday morning, because then I go over everything and I send you all your feedback on Saturday. So don't forget to do that. I will send you an email with the form, and I will also post it in our Slack group as well with the check-in form so that you have access to that both via Slack and your email, whichever one you check more frequently. That is really all I have. I want to tell you this now, I am making changes already for the for the program that will be run in August and September. So that'll be the summer program of this. A few changes that are going to be made, so you can tell me now if you think that would be a good change. I'm going to change the check-in date to Sundays, receiving feedback on Monday. That is one change I am going to be making. And another change or addition I'm going to be having is I'm going to be having a workbook or journal entries as far as to focus more on mindset, because I feel that is something that was said to me with the last program, and I feel that is something that is being vocalized again from a few of you during this round. So I think a workbook with journal entries is something that will add a lot of value to these 5 weeks. And in the next one, I think I'm going to add in a bonus week, so it'll actually be 6 weeks long. But the bonus week will be available to those who sign up during the early bird special. So those are a few changes that I am thinking about. And for those of you who are thinking, wow, that sounds really good, I want to be in that one, you have the opportunity to you will have the opportunity to have a veteran price to get into that one. You will not have to pay full price whatsoever. And then the girls in this group know, okay, my dog is now running about the house with no supervision. So I apologize if I start screaming at the dog. For those of you who know, and those of you are doing it, I asked a few girls from the last group to be in this one so they could help me facilitate it, and I will be doing that again for the next round. So if you think those changes sound good and you're like, oh, I want to be a part of that, 2 of those options, there are options available for you to do the next round again. Something else that I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to have guest speakers. I am going to be talking to 2 women this week who I'm going to be interviewing on my public Facebook profile, but I'm going to somehow work out a deal with them to where they come on and talk to you. One of them is going to be, she specializes in meal prepping. I don't even know if she's going to agree to it or not, but I hope she does. She specializes in meal prepping. So that would be really awesome to have her come on as a guest speaker. And then I'm going to have somebody else come on talking about emotional eating. I feel like that is something that a lot of people could benefit from. So that is going to be, those people specialize in that, and that is what their focus is on. I really focus in on nutrition and diet. So I think bringing in experts in other fields would be very beneficial to this program as well. Another thing that is going to be really great, I guess maybe not for the next round, but the round after that, I am going to be going back to school and getting my master's degree in nutritional sciences. So I am going to be deep diving for 2 years to get a master's degree on nutrition alone. So I will be starting that in the fall. So I guess the people who are in this next group won't really get the benefit of that information too much, but when I run the program again, you're going to start getting the benefits of that information I am learning. So I just want you to know that I too am investing in myself. I am investing in other coaches to come on and make this program better, because I want this to be one of the best programs. I want this to be a go-to program. I want this to be the first program that comes to people's minds when they think about not just losing weight, not just having a fat loss transformation, but an entire lifestyle transformation. So that is a heads up as to the changes that are coming in the future to this program. I'm really excited about it. I'm really nervous. I'm going back to school. I haven't studied for anything since 2011. So that'll be really interesting. But I am excited. I'm going to be getting a master's degree specific to what I love doing. So, just know that I don't just talk about the importance of investing in yourself. I too am investing in myself to make what I do better. So if you have any questions about any of that, please let me know. and I can answer that for you. And if you have any questions at all about what you have been learning or what you haven't learned yet, if you want me to touch deeper on something, please let me know, because we still have a whole nother week, a whole nother phone call. I can dive into that on that. But today I want to talk a little bit about motivation, because a few of you have reached out to me this past week about what to do when you don't have any motivation. And this is an interesting subject, because that is one of those things where I'm not going to give you a list, a fake list, if you will, of, yes, take these steps to find motivation. This is what you need to do to get more motivation. So like if you go on Pinterest, if you go on Pinterest or Google how to get more motivation, you're probably going to find 17 ways to get motivation. Some of them might work, but you're probably going to find things like buy a new workout outfit, take a partner to the gym, be accountable to somebody. You're going to find things like that. And as nice as that is, I feel that is very surface level. And I don't really think that is going to implement change. And when it really comes down to it, and tough love, here it comes. Motivation can really only be created by you. I can say, get off your butt and just do it so many times. I can only say that. I can say that till I'm blue in the face. But at the end of the day, what is that really doing for you? It really comes within. You have to cultivate that within yourself. So, and before I go on, there is nothing wrong with not being motivated. And if you think I'm constantly like, yay, working out, yes, macros, I can't wait to eat healthy today. If you think I'm like that every single day, no, that is not, no. I would say at least once a week, sometimes more. I have zero desire to work out. I have zero desire to eat right. I have those days as well. The difference, though, between me and others, I will say that, is that I have been doing this long enough to where it is a habit for me. So even when I don't want to do it, it's a habit and I find myself doing it. It may not be the best workout. I might not make the best choices eating, but I've been doing it for so long that I don't even think about not doing it, if that makes sense. So that is the biggest thing I would say that you have to overcome. And again, 5 weeks isn't enough time. It takes weeks, months, years to get to that place where you're just, even when you don't want to do it, you find yourself doing it, okay? But you have to keep at it day in and day out. That is the real version, non-surface way of me telling you that you have to find that motivation. Is you just have to keep doing it. And yes, of course, at the end of the workout, you're going to feel 10 times better. So if you tell yourself that, that might be motivation enough. I really don't like that word. That might be motivation enough for you to get up and do it. But again, there sometimes if you don't want to do it and you know you're going to have a bad workout, don't do it. But don't be hard on yourself for choosing to not have that workout. Okay. You have to remember that this is a lifestyle, and in life, we don't always, there's certain things that we have to do either way. Like maybe sometimes you just like, I don't want to parent today, but too bad. That's like, you have to parent. But fortunately, when it comes to working out, if you don't want to do it that day, that's okay. You don't have to do it, because sometimes you might be too busy. Maybe you had a really long day, and at the end of the day, you're like, holy crap, I didn't work out. I really don't feel like it. Okay, that's fine. Like you have other things going on, but you have to realize though at some point and check in and be accountable to yourself. Okay, you have to like put a stop to it. I'm not going to let this keep going. If it's 1 day or 2 days, fine. If you find yourself creeping in on like a week, 2 weeks, that's another issue. Okay. So what do you do if you find yourself in that place? It's been a week or 2 weeks and you're like, I really don't have any motivation. Okay, well, let's rewind and check back in with what's going on. Have you been working out for weeks on end and maybe it isn't motivation that you're lacking, but maybe you're really that tired and your body was telling you, please take a break. Maybe it was that. That happens to me all the time. I'll find, not all the time, it happens every few months or so. I'll find myself, I haven't worked out for like a week and it wasn't intentional. And it was just because my body was really tired and I needed a break from working out. And that's when I'll go back up to maintenance calories. And I'll eat really high calories for a week. So, rewind first and say, okay, am I just really tired? Do I need a break? Am I run down? Sometimes if you're feeling that way, it might be the onset of you getting sick and your body's telling you we need to slow down right now before we get sick. So this is when you need to start becoming intuitive with your body, being self-aware with what's going on. If it's neither of those things and you're like, nope, I just don't want to do it. Well, I don't want to say just that because I would say no, just go ahead and do it. But let's say you have other things going on in life. Do easy things. Don't say, oh my gosh, I have a killer leg day, because that's just gonna, put the brakes on you wanting to work out even more. Go to a class if you want to. Go to a yoga class. Go to something that you have to pay some money for, $10, $20, whatever it is. And you're going to be in there with a group of people and you're being guided by somebody else. So the pressure is now off of you to have to push yourself to have a great workout. That is now the job of the instructor you just hired. My dog is ringing the doorbell to go outside. You're putting the pressure on somebody else to take you through that great work, to take you through a workout, okay? So maybe it's a spin class. Maybe it's a yoga class. Maybe it's, I don't know what other classes there are. Orange Theory class. I'm trying to think of where I know there's a new Orange Theory in Shorewood, for those of you in Illinois. Maybe go do something like that. Or like Alyssa has been doing, she's been going to the high school and running bleachers. Do something that it is not in your normal routine. Go on a bike ride. If anything, just get in at least 10,000 steps, okay? That way you're at least moving your body. So if you're finding you have no motivation to actually like get into the gym mindset and, oh, I got to go hardcore right now, do something different. Just go on a walk and get that 10,000 steps in. Go for a bike ride. Go to a class. Do that. That is my honest to God best advice that I can tell you. I'm not going to sit here and say, make a new workout playlist. Go buy a new gym outfit. That's not, maybe that'll work. I don't know. But that wouldn't work for me. And I'm not going to tell you to do something that's not going to work for me, because I know a lot of you have a similar mindset to me, which is why we work so well together. And I doubt that's going to work for you. So that's my best advice. But overall, my biggest thing that I have to say about that is that you have to cultivate that within yourself, and don't be hard on yourself. If you find that you just don't have it in you, fine. Where can you give yourself a break? Because eventually it will come back to you, okay? Trust me, it happens to me all the time. I go through it at least once a week where I'm like, nope, not happening today. But I force myself to do it. And again, over time, if you stay consistent with the actions of working out consistently, of moving your body consistently, of eating right consistently, over time, you're going to find that you just do it anyways. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that brings some light to that topic for you. If you have any questions on it, let me know. Nikki, I don't know if you want to chime in on anything that I just said, because I know you personally have a lot going on, especially with all the kids. So if you want to say anything, feel free to. But otherwise, if you guys have any questions, send me a message to my inbox, or you can ask a question inside the group, and I'm more than happy to answer for you. Okay, well, that is all that I have for you. Remember, your check-ins are due on Friday by Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I will send this video to the group chat so all of you can see it, and I will be sending out the email with the weekly check-in form to you as well, and then you'll have your feedback from your check-in on Saturday. Otherwise, that's all I have. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will talk to you in the group.